Sergio Ramos to leave Real Madrid, Locatelli fires Italy through, Depay close to Barcelona switch, Benitez is the Everton favourite, and the transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host Matt Froelich. You are the One Footballers and this is the Daily News. So first off, and a few of you were asking yesterday, Matt, is that a real background? And I can confirm that it is. The sky is real, these trees are real, and Sergio Ramos leaving Real Madrid is most certainly real. I can't believe it's happening. After 16 years at the club, almost 700 appearances, over 100 goals, 22 titles, the captain of Real Madrid will be leaving. His contract is running out at the end of June, and although he wanted a 2-year deal, Real Madrid are only willing to offer him a 1-year deal, and that just wasn't enough for the 35-year-old. So he will be departing. What it means for the players at Real Madrid is that Alaba will probably start alongside Rafael Varane, because he's supposed to be signing a new contract according to latest reports, despite the fact that early in the week he was linked with PSG. Anyway, there are 4 teams as potential destinations on the list. PSG have a lot of money to offer. Manchester United do as well, so do Manchester City, but Sevilla could really pull on his heartstrings. Last week there was a report that they'd offered him a 5-year deal. A 5-year deal for a 35-year-old to bring him back to his hometown club, and maybe, just maybe, he's going to take it. I mean, if he does, he gets to stay in La Liga and he gets to play at the Bernabeu eventually, albeit with the away team. Anyway, away from the transfer news and of course to the Euro action, because that's what's going on right now, and Italy are the first team through to the knockout rounds. Well, they do play in Group A and they play first. They have a chance to get in before everybody else does, but still, 2 3-0 back-to-back victories, astonishing from the Italians. Not only have they got that defensive stability that we're so used to seeing, but on top of this, they're an absolute menace going forward. Last night, 2 goals from midfielder Manuel Locatelli only confirms that he, from Sassuolo, is one of the brightest young prospects at the competition. In fact, he broke 2 records last night. His youngest player to score in this Euros, although there's still quite a few players who are younger than him who could get on the score sheet, and he's also the first Italian to score 2 goals in the European Championships since Mario Balotelli did it in that famous game against Germany in that celebration. Anyway, the victory over Switzerland meant that they are now on 6 points and they're through, and Turkey losing to Wales didn't exactly help them. I mean, most people tipped them to be some sort of dark horse throughout the tournament, but now they really need a big win over Switzerland if they're going to get into third and be one of the best third-place team that make it through to the next round. As for Wales, they were inspired by Gareth Bale, put on a brilliant show in Baku and came out 2-0 victors. It now means that that group is finally poised in the middle and Switzerland can actually still make it. But as for Italy, like I said, not only they're through, I think they're favourites. I'm struggling to see a team who has played better in the opening stages of Euro 2020 than they have. Like I mentioned, good defensively, good in the attack, and no team will want to be drawing them come the knockout rounds. Elsewhere, there was another game yesterday as Russia got on the board with a 1-0 victory over Finland. Of course, if you want to keep up with all the latest Euro 2020 content, you can find it in the OneFootball app and the VW OneHub. If you're watching this video on YouTube, you can find the links to those in the description down below. Next up then, Memphis Depay, and it's a transfer that's been talked about for so long, and it looks like it's finally going to happen. Ronald Koeman, the Barcelona manager, has said that it is very close, not signed just yet, but Depay will be joining the club. He's finally got his man on a free transfer. It's a very, very good deal. Make no mistake about it. You've seen what Memphis Depay has done pretty much since leaving Manchester United and joining Lyon, and he's been a fantastic servant for them. He's been brilliant for the national team, and at the moment he's really helping them in their Euro 2020 conquest. Aside from this though, at club level, like I mentioned, he's going to join up with such a ridiculous attacking line, not only now with the likes of Griezmann and Messi, but also in the future as well, of course, with the likes of Ansu Fati and whoever else Barcelona managed to bring in. They've got so many good players in the attack, and Memphis Depay is only going to add to that. The fact that Ronald Koeman looks to be staying for 1 more season probably swayed his decision a little bit as well, when we've seen the likes of Gino Wijnaldum eventually reject Barcelona and move to PSG, but not Memphis Depay. Next up then, and talking of massive deals, Rafael Benitiez to Everton. That would have been absolutely crazy if you mentioned that a few years ago. The former Liverpool manager who won them the Champions League and the FA Cup is apparently the favourite to take over at massive rivals Everton just over Stanley Park at Goodison Park. This one isn't going to go down too well with either sets of fans. First off, Liverpool fans are going to be a little bit annoyed that one of their legendary managers is joining their rival. And secondly, Everton fans probably won't forget that a few years ago, over 10 years ago, Rafael Benitez called Everton a small club, clearly trying to antagonise his opponents before a derby game. Are they going to forget this? I'm not entirely sure. There may be a few Everton fans who need winning over, but if you look at Rafa Benitez's track record, what he's done in the game, his coaching, his man management, and the trophies that he's won, I'm sure eventually they will take a liking to him. Obviously, after Carlo Ancelotti leaving, it's a very disappointing time for Everton, but going and getting Rafa Benitez, I don't actually think that's too much of a step down. I'm not saying he's on the same level as Carlo Ancelotti, but it's definitely not a massive step down to some of the other managers that they were being linked with. If this one does go through, it may cause a bit of a stir, but I think it's a very good signing for Everton. Finally then, we come to a quick roundup of the rest of the day's daily news, where Brighton have rejected a bid from Arsenal for defender Ben White of around £40 million. Kingsley Coman, after rejecting a new deal at Bayern Munich, says he wants to play in the Premier League, according to reports in Germany. Inter Milan are the latest team to be interested in PSV right-back Denzel Dumfries. And lastly but not least, in the goalkeeping world of transfers, Gigi Donnarumma has agreed a 5-year deal with PSG, and Gianluigi Buffon has sealed that dream return to his first club, Parma. That's all from me then. Make sure you check out everything else we've got going on. Until next time, enjoy the football, and I'll see you guys later.